May I request permission of the Honorable Chief Justice to commence the proceedings. Authorization. Arif Muhammad Khan, Governor of Kerala, Raj Bhavan, Thiruvananthapuram, 69599. Order GS4-177/2021, dated 24th June 2021. By virtue of the provisions of Article 219 of the Constitution of India, I, Arif Muhammad Khan, the Governor of Kerala, do hereby appoint Sri Justice S. Manikumar, Chief Justice, High Court of Kerala, to administer the oath or affirmation in the form set out for the purpose in the 3rd schedule of the Constitution of India to Sri Abdul Rahim Musaliar Badruddin, who has been appointed as an additional judge in the High Court of Kerala before he enters upon his office. Signed, Arif Muhammad Khan. The warrant of appointment. By virtue of the power vested in me, by clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Kovind, President of India, do hereby appoint Sri Abdul Rahim Musaliar Badruddin to be an additional judge of the Kerala High Court for a period of 2 years with effect from the date he assumes charge of his office. Given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, this 22nd day of June in their 2021 1st Ashadha 1943 Saga in the 72nd year of the Republic of India. Signed, President of India. May I request the Honorable Chief Justice to administer the oath of office to Sri Abdul Rahim Musaliar Badruddin.
I, Abdul Rahim Musaliar Badruddin,
having been appointed additional judge of the High Court of Kerala,
having been appointed additional judge of the High Court of Kerala,
do swear in the name of God
do swear in the name of God
that will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India,
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
that I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
and that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Thank you, my Lord the Chief Justice and Honorable Mr. Justice Abdul Rahim Musaliar Badruddin. Now it is time for the ceremonial welcome speech by Learned Advocate General. Sir, please.
Honorable Chief Justice of Kerala, Justice S. Manikumar, the Honorable Justice A. Badruddin, the Honorable Judges of High Court of Kerala, the President of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association, the President of the Kerala High Court Senior Advocates Association, the President of the Women Lawyers Federation High Court Unit, the Chairman of the Bar Council of Kerala, law officers of the state, Assistant Solicitor General, Senior Central Standing Council, taxes and other law officers of the central government, senior advocates, esteemed fellow members of the bar, Registrar General, registrars and staff of the High Court, staff of Advocate General's office, advocates, clerks, Srimati Saira, wife of Justice A. Badruddin, and other members of the family, ladies and gentlemen, and all other dignitaries joining online. Just about 2.5 decades before, a government servant left the seemingly secure salaried employment to explore the challenges of being a struggling junior lawyer, certainly out of passion for the noble legal profession. Today, on this momentous occasion, we are facilitating the erstwhile government servant, Justice A. Badruddin, who has been sworn in as a judge of this honorable court a short while ago. Though a cliché, the proverbial saying goes thus: fortune favors the brave. To court the unknown, hard work is the most important key to success. Your Lordship took the brave step of treading into the initial insecurities of the legal profession from an apparent comfort zone, endured the unending long hours of hard work with comparatively lower gratification expected of a young lawyer, built up a practice by winning the trust of the bar and the clientele alike, qualified in a coveted competent test to join the higher judicial service, and have now been elevated to this honorable court. The one and only Mahatma, the father of our nation, said thus, quote, "Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment." Your Lordship has had the satisfaction of both the effort and the attainment. Born on 29/5/1968 to Abdul Rahim Musliar and Ramlat Bibi at Mailakkad near Kollam, Justice A. Badruddin completed his schooling at Mailakkad and Chattanur and later graduated in science from TKM Arts and Science College, Kollam. His Lordship thereafter studied law at Government Law College, Thiruvananthapuram. Industrious in studies, His Lordship qualified in the Kerala Public Service Commission examination at an earlier age, even before completing graduation in law, and soon took up government employment as a ministerial officer in a subordinate court. Due to the urge for the profession, and also reportedly due to the persuasion of a subordinate judge who had identified and had high regard for His Lordship's legal acumen, His Lordship resigned from government service and took up practice of law. His Lordship enrolled as a lawyer on 30/11/1997, commencing practice as a junior to Umayanallur K. Ramachandran Nair. His Lordship soon became a lawyer of repute in Kollam Bar, particularly in the civil side. Within a decade of commencing practice as a lawyer, His Lordship was directly selected from the bar to the Kerala Higher Judicial Service as a district judge. His Lordship joined as a district judge on 21/5/2009 as the presiding officer of Motor Accidents Claims Tribunal, Talasheri. His Lordship, during the course of 12 years of service in the district judiciary, held the offices of the Additional District Judge Mavelikara, Additional District Judge Thiruvananthapuram, Enquiry Commissioner and Special Judge for Vigilance Cases Thiruvananthapuram, and the District and Session Judge at Manjeri, Thrissur and Alappuzha. The justice dispensation system in our country envisages a partnership of the bar and the bench, both said to be the two wheels of the chariot of justice. Effective coordination between the bar and bench is absolutely essential for the furtherance of this system. All along Your Lordship's career as a district judge, Your Lordship was mindful of the necessity of a vibrant bar to have an efficient judiciary, and was a consistent votary for the requirement of mutual understanding and respect between the bar and bench. Extremely humble and unassuming, Your Lordship is remembered by the lawyers at every centre wherein Your Lordship officiated as a judge to have always been amiable and accommodative to the bar. They recall that Your Lordship allowed arguments uninterruptedly, paid equal attention to all arguing lawyers irrespective of their standing at the bar, and always helped and appreciated performing junior lawyers. Our High Court has a tradition of a healthy relationship between the bar and the bench, and it is indeed a privilege to welcome a proven bar-friendly judge to this temple of justice. My Lord, I, on behalf of the entire lawyer fraternity of the state, felicitate your Lordship on this joyous occasion and wish you all the best in your Lordship's career in the highest echelon of the judiciary of the state. I hope your Lordship's experience, spanning over 3 decades, first as a ministerial officer in the subordinate judiciary, then as a lawyer, and subsequently as a district judge, will certainly inure to the advantage of your Lordship as a Lordship and to the High Court bar and the justice dispensation system of the state during your Lordship's tenure in this honorable court. May your Lordship have the strength and courage to discharge the solemn duties as a judge of this honorable court. I also extend my wishes to your Lordship's wife, Srimati Saira, and children, Abul Basit and Bismi. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now let me invite Learned President, Kerala High Court Advocates Association, to offer felicitation.
Honorable Chief Justice, Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, other honorable judges, the newly sworn in judge, Honorable Mr. Justice Abdul Rahim Musliar Badruddin, his family members, Advocate General Mr. K. Gopalkrishna Kurup, Mr. Joseph John, Chairman, Bar Council of Kerala, Additional Advocate General Mr. Ashok M. Chirian and Mr. K. P. Jayachandran, Director General of Prosecution Mr. T. A. Shaji, Assistant Solicitor General Mr. P. Vijay Kumar, State Attorney Mr. Manoj Kumar, Senior Counsel Mr. Sugunabalan, respected elder members of the fraternity, Registrar General and other officers of this court, advocate clerks and dear friends. In legal profession, one should aspire to fly sky high. But it is indeed a rare occurrence that a person entering this altar of justice had gained first-hand experience of the trial court proceedings by serving on the ministerial side. Even if the spell was short, the gains are eternal in nature. As one climbs the steps higher and higher, the reminiscences of such yesterdays will impart tremendous confidence, willpower, and a lot more. Honorable Mr. Justice Badruddin is one among such lucky few who will ever be remembered for such glittering past from which he built up an enviable future. In my search to get some useful data to make this speech live and impressive, I contacted my friends in Koilot Bar, and the response they received is worth mentioning before this august gathering, particularly before His Lordship. One lawyer quite well established, who has to his credit more than 3 decades of practice in Kollam and Kottarakara court centers, told me that the decision taken by His Lordship was wrong, and it was much more beneficial to him had he continued in the profession as a lawyer. Though I did not respond to the said observation, it struck me that the loss of the bar has become a gain for the bench and ultimately for the High Court, and thereby myself and my colleagues are becoming beneficiaries from a gifted personality joining the array of brilliant judges of this honorable court. The COVID-19 pandemic has made us face new challenges. Without restoring the physical mode of hearing in the place of the virtual hearing system, we are now aware that what is ensured through the statutory procedure envisaged in the justice dispensation system will be reduced to a mere formality. This bar recollects that the Honorable Chief Justice and his companion judges acted as models for holding physical sittings even during the worst days of the pandemic. Only when the second phase of lockdown was imposed, physical hearing was stopped in our court halls. I urge on behalf of the bar that it is high time that bold steps are taken on the administrative side to restore physical hearing at the earliest, to ensure that the most noble duty vested in this institution is discharged with utmost precision and care the same warrants. When a new judge joins this honorable court, We, the members of the High Court Bar, feel happy for a variety of reasons. The most important being the enhancement of chances for getting our matters disposed of earlier. This court is not fortunate to achieve its full strength always, and the existence of vacancies and continuance of inaction on proposals for new appointments on one count or the other sans justification. Reasons may be numerous, some just and some apparently unjust. But the system maintains an unwarranted veil over the proceedings which should really be transparent, as the appointments are to the highest constitutional offices in judiciary. We have ample instances of most eligible persons being required to stand behind the serpentine queues, waiting for their chances, and none among the persons who were destined to go through the painful ordeal were fortunate enough to get at least a pacifying explanation as to why such ill luck fell on them. It is not so past an incident for us to forget that a former Chief Justice of India, even while in office, was compelled to express in open his concerns regarding the inordinate delay in filling up of vacancies in the higher judiciary. Through the judges' first, second, and third cases and the NJSC case, the Honorable Apex Court has laid down the law, but still the hand-twisting strategy of the executive remains unfiltered. This indeed is a malady, and the cure is awakening the democratic conscience of the entire nation against all the unhealthy practices aimed at weakening the strength of the judiciary. It is at this point that all who adore and love this institution for dispensation of justice should stand together, needless to say, the bench and the bar together as one man. We want leaders both in the bench and the bar to lead this fraternity through strife and crisis. We had bold judges who were not just judges but were leaders too. Numerous instances of feminine leaders from the bar being absorbed into the national leadership is our glorious tradition. One such leader, Mahatma Gandhi, removed the shackles of the colonial past and attained us fragments of freedom. The present geographical limits of our nation became a reality only because of another leader from the bar, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. But now, we genuinely feel the absence of such leaders, both in the bench and the bar. This is the right moment to assert that of all of us together as members of the legal fraternity would stand together and struggle for maintaining the independence of judiciary and protecting the stature of this institution. Every new judge who enters the doors of justice has to affirm that he would stand for this noble cause and would consider the unity of the legal fraternity as the most important virtue he should protect. He is bound to strive for the same with a determined and fearless mind. We expect His Lordship Justice Badruddin to always uphold all the noble virtues and also to hold the torch of unity to show us light in the days of darkness and misery. From the ministerial desk in a trial court, His Lordship has reached the high office, revealing his ability to overcome all hurdles. The hard work is the sine qua non of success in our profession, has been proved again by His Lordship. Behind every brilliant judge, there will be a proud senior. In the case of His Lordship, it is the prominent senior lawyer Sri Vayanallur K. Ramachandran, Mailakkad village in Kollam district. Mailakkad village in Kollam district, from where His Lordship hails, will be rejoicing now. How a person can become a pride of a rural strip of land is now proved by the exhilaration in the minds of the hundreds witnessing this solemn function from his birthplace. I do not know whether I have trespassed long on your patience. I congratulate His Lordship on behalf of the bar and offer you unstinted support in our joint pursuit for excellence. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Now let me invite Honorable Mr. Justice Badruddin for the reply speech.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, my brother and sister judges, respected former judges, Additional Advocate General President of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association, Chairman of Bar Council of Kerala, members of the Bar, registrars and officers of the High Court, ladies and gentlemen. On this great day in my career, first of all, I bow my head with all humility before the Almighty, whose benevolent benediction ultimately destined this day. I assume this office today with much expectations and humility. At this juncture, I am grateful to Honorable Justice S.A. Brobde, the then Chief Justice, and other members of the Supreme Court Collegium, Justice N.V. Ramana, Justice Rohindan Fali Nariman, and Justice Rishikesh Roy, Justice C.K. Abdul Rahim, and Justice C.T. Ravikumar, who recommended my name to this high office. I also remember Honorable Justice K. Harilal, Justice K. Vinod Chandran, Justice Muhammad Mustaq, Justice N. Anil Kumar, and Justice Sunil Thomas, who have been showering support in my career. I remember my late parents, Ramlat Baby and Abdul Rahim Musliar, with prayers, who struggled hard to nourish me. I sincerely thank Advocate Sri Umayanallur K. Ramachandran Nair, my respected senior, who shaped my career as a lawyer, present today to bless this occasion. My wife Srimati S. Saira, son B.A. Basit, a final year MBBS student, and daughter B. Bismi, 7th semester LLB student, are always the energy and enthusiasm in my life. Many other judges of this court, officers of the district judiciary, staff, advocates, and many other well-wishers also helped me a lot in my tenure as a district judge and otherwise. I sincerely thank all of them. No doubt, service of a judge is very much depends on the wholehearted cooperation of the interactive exercise from the bar members of the bar. I humbly request the same from the honorable members. I assure that I shall try my level best to impart justice as enshrined under the Constitution as a judge of this court. I conclude by reciting 4 lines of a poem by Robert Frost to appraise the responsibility of myself and others. Woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. I thank one and all to thank all who had expressed good words about me, and thank you.
Thank you, Milu. The ceremony is over. On behalf of the High Court of Kerala, may I thank the Honorable Chief Justice and all the Honorable Judges of this court, special invitees, lawyers, clerks and staff who attended and blessed this function physically as well as in virtual mode. Congratulations and best wishes to the newly sworn in judge and family members. Thank you. Jai Hind.